Okay, hello everyone. I hope you're all okay. So, hello Eugene, how are you?
I'm good.
What have you been doing this week?
How am I? Was doing this week?
Yes, so what have you been doing?
Um, I've been doing my homeworks that I haven't finished,
Your
and
homework. So remember, homework is uncountable. There's no S on the end.
okay,
Okay, so you've been doing your homework. Anything else?
and playing some video games with my friends online.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Did you win the video games?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
always.
Okay, very good. Excellent. Okay, anything else?
That's all.
That's all. Okay, very good. Thank you, Eugene. Hello, Kowson. How are you?
I'm fine.
What have you been doing this week?
Holiday,
You've been
holiday.
on
So
holidays?
I just relax and play basketball on 4 p.m. every day.
At 4 p.m. every day, you play basketball. Okay, very good. Excellent. Kowson, there's something with your audio. There's something going on. There's a very high pitched sound every time you speak. Do you have another device open that's interfering with the audio, maybe?
No.
No? Okay. All right. So, okay. All right. Thank you. Hello, Terence. How are you?
I'm good.
What have you been doing this week?
Last week our school had um, a holiday, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm I was relaxing every day, and I same as Kelson. Every day I play basketball
Mm-hmm.
at 5 p.m.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right. Fantastic.
and
Okay.
and play some games, video games.
And you play video games as well. Excellent. Very good. Well done. Hello, Liu.
Hi, teacher.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
And what have you been doing this week?
As usual, online classes and do my assignment and tutorial.
Doing your assignment. Okay. All right. Okay. Very good. Thank you. Hello, Chung.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for asking.
And what have you been doing this week?
Relaxing and watching shows, TV shows.
Okay. Fantastic. Very good. Hello, Henry. Hello, Henry. Okay. Henry, can you hear me? You can't unmute yourself. Okay, that's a bit of a problem. Okay, if you can try to unmute yourself. Let's see if I can unmute you. Can you unmute now, Henry? Okay, so try to unmute yourself, Henry, because you need to be able to speak in today's class. Okay, and what shows have you been watching, Chong?
Japanese TV
Okay.
shows.
Very good. Are they good?
Yeah, very entertaining.
They're very entertaining. Excellent. Very good. Okay, good. So good to see you all here today. Let's see if we can try to speak to Henry. So Henry, are you there? Okay, you're very faint. Can you sit closer to your microphone or turn up your microphone?
Hello, hello. Can you hear
Yep,
me?
perfect. Okay, how are you?
I'm great.
And what have you been doing this week?
I've been doing my homework and also playing video games.
Okay, very good. Did you win the video games?
Yes, I did.
Excellent, very good, well done, good. Okay, so if you can remember, last week we talked about the changes in communication. If you can remember, you talked about these things last week. We talked about education and communication and travel and transport and free time and the changes in the last 100 years. Yes, can you remember?
Yes.
Yeah, all right, fantastic. Okay, so what I'd like you to do now is I'd like you to talk about these questions, okay? So in a moment, I'm going to put you into pairs, into breakout rooms, and I'd like you to talk about these changes. So what other changes have there been in the last 100 years? Do you think the quality of life in general is better now than it used to be? Can computers ever replace teachers? Do you agree that there are too many cars? In what way has life changed for you in the last few years? And what do you think will be the biggest changes in the next 100 years? Okay. Does anybody have any problems with vocabulary? Are there any words that you don't understand?
Life in general.
Sorry, which one?
Life in general.
Life in general. Which question do you see that? Oh, here we go. Yes,
general that I.
Number 2. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you think that the quality of life in general is better now than it used to be? So that means, do people have a better life quality generally now than 100 years ago? So are people healthier? Are people happier? Do people have a better life? Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, good. Does anyone else? Okay, fantastic. Does anyone else have any problems with vocabulary? No? Okay, so what I'd like you to do is take a screenshot of these questions. Can you take a screenshot and let me know in the chat box once you've taken that screenshot? Thank you. Very good. Thank you, Eugene. Thank you, Chung. Thank you, Kausen. Thank you, Liu. Thank you, Henry. Everyone? Okay, great. All right, so I'm going to put you into breakout rooms now. Remember, when you're in breakout, thank you, Terence. Thank you, Liu. When you're in breakout rooms, I'd like you to talk to each other and I'd like you to discuss these questions together, okay? And then afterwards, you're going to tell me what you think, okay? All right, okay. Does everybody understand? Yeah, all right, okay. Okay, so welcome back, everyone. Some really good discussions were taking place, very interesting. Okay, so let's have a look at some of the things you were saying. Okay, so Leo, what do you think? What other changes have there been in the last 100 years? What do you think?
In my opinion, I think it's the technology.
Mm-hmm.
And the technology become more advanced nowadays.
Sorry, technology becomes more and more what? What did you say?
Advanced.
Advanced, okay, very good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for example, in the medical treatment,
mm-hmm.
in the previous 100 years, I don't think that we have any treatment for the cancer patient.
Mm-hmm.
And for now, even they are not 100% you can recover from it, but we have chemo to help them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So this is all my point. Thank you.
Okay, very good, excellent. Okay, so remember, Leo, when you talk about a subject like technology, you don't put the in front of it, okay? You only put the when you're talking about something specific.
Okay, teacher.
Yeah, all
In-
right. Okay, and remember, it's on the internet. So that was the preposition I was telling you about before, on the internet. And when you say, I agree with you, okay? Also, Leo, can you pronounce this word for me?
Yes, which word?
This word here? Oh, sorry, I'm not sharing my screen with you.
Yeah.
Sorry, 2 seconds. Okay, so can you pronounce this word for me?
At once.
Very good, excellent. And as I was explaining before, remember, we don't say the technology, we just say technology, because it's whenever there's something specific, that's when you use the, okay? And the preposition is on the internet, and I agree with you. It's not I am agree with you. Okay, very good. Eugene, do you agree with Leo?
Yes, I agree with her.
Why?
I think, wait, the medical, although we can't actually cure some disease, but the human are better at preventing it from happening on our body. You see, nowadays, since we were born, we have to inject a lot of vaccines that is used to prevent multiple disease. So I think people nowadays can live longer than the people in the 20th centuries.
Okay, very good, excellent. Okay. Oops. Okay, Eugene, can you pronounce this word for me?
20th century.
20th. Okay, so you need to pronounce the TH. 20th century.
20th century.
Can you say it one more time?
20th century.
Very good. And remember, okay, so you were talking about some diseases. Remember to put the S on the end whenever you're talking about plural nouns, okay? So some is a quantifier which you use with plural nouns. You need to put the S on the end. And also you were talking about humans, again, pronounce the S. And in our bodies, again, the preposition is in our bodies. And then when you were talking about vaccines, because it's a plural noun, the verb has to be in the plural form, okay? So vaccines that are used to, okay? Or that used to, okay? And then multiple diseases, okay? Again, it's a plural noun, so you must pronounce the S on the end of a plural noun, okay? Okay, Eugene?
Yes. Okay.
Oh, okay. All right, very good. Chung, do you agree with Leo or do you agree with Eugene?
I agree with Liu
Mm-hmm.
because technology has advanced a lot and it can help a lot of people with different difficulties.
Mm-hmm. Very
Not
good.
It isn't like before from the last 100 years because now we can use different methods that are much more safer that can help others. Oh, much safer.
Yeah, okay. I heard you say this earlier as well, Chung. So you were talking about cleaner and you said it's much more cleaner. Remember, cleaner is you do not use more in front of it because of the adjective clean. It's cleaner. And the same with safe. Okay, so it's much safer.
Sorry,
Yeah.
forgot.
Okay, no problem. All right, very good. Anything else?
No.
No. Okay, very good. Excellent. Kowson, do you agree with Chong?
Yes, I agree with her.
Why?
I think that the technology has improved so much over the last 100 years, and the transportation and communication have made things easier. And the next changes is the place we live. In the 20th century, people usually live on farms, and now we can live on cities, bungalows, or some other places more comfortable. Um, the second point is the way we shop. Um, Last time, people didn't have online shopping, and but now we have some apps like Amazon to make us more convenient to shop.
Excellent. Very good. Very good. Okay, it's just a few grammar things, Kowson. So again, you were making the mistake of saying the technology. We only use the when we're talking about something specific. But when we're talking about a subject like medicine or technology, there is no the in front of it. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, and then you said the next changes, because the noun is plural, you need to put the verb in the plural form, okay? Changes are, okay?
Okay.
And the preposition with cities, we live in cities, okay? In cities, yeah?
Okay.
Okay, and then an expression, you could say in the past, okay? In the past, we didn't have online shopping, okay?
Okay.
And then just some pronunciation. Can you pronounce this word for me?
Comfortable.
Okay, so it's comfortable. Comfortable.
Comfortable.
One more time.
Comfortable.
Perfect. Excellent. Very good. Well done. All right, good. Terence, do you agree with Kowson or do you agree with Chong?
I agree with Chong
Why?
because technology are more advanced and the past. And the major difference is that entertainment uh, in the past 100 years and now so different. From the previous years, they often play outdoor instead of indoor, and for now they play indoor more, and they using the internet to using internet to playing gadgets, and while in the previous years and they usually play outside to use with ball maybe.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Terence. Your audio is not very clear, I'm afraid, but I understand some of what you said. Okay, so children play indoors, okay? So remember to put the S on the end. It's indoors, okay? And outdoors, okay? And here is a subject where you do have to put the in front of it. So whenever you refer to the internet, because there's only one, it's specific. So you need to put the in front. Okay, so the internet. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Henry, do you agree with Terence or do you agree with Chong?
I agree with Liu actually.
Oh, okay, excellent. All right. Why do you agree with Liu?
It's because the technology before were not as advanced as of right now, and as time goes by, scientists has discovered more and more diseases, more disease treatments. Because of that, humans are not easily infected by diseases as they were before.
Okay, very good. Excellent. Okay, so scientists, because it's plural, you need to put the verb in the correct form. So scientists have discovered, okay? Not has discovered, have, because it's plural. Okay, Henry? Okay, Henry?
Okay.
Okay, and also you made the mistake of saying the technology as well. Remember, technology is a general subject, so you do not need to put the in front of it. Okay? Okay, Henry?
Okay.
Okay, you've gone very
Okay.
faint. Okay, fantastic. Okay. All right, so let's go back to the questions. Let's look at the next question. Eugene, let's look at this question. Do you think the quality of life in general is better now than it used to be? What do you think?
Yes, the quality of life in general is better now than it used to be. Because people nowadays can communicate with another person which is on the other side of the world just in 1 second. Like in the past, if we need to communicate with someone on the other side of the world, we have to use ships to deliver the letter, and it would take months to reach the person. But now it only takes one touch, and the person will receive the message immediately.
Excellent. Okay, Eugene, can you say this word for me?
Ships.
Ships. Okay, that's fine. And also, in the past, we needed. Remember, you're talking about the past, so you must put the verbs in the past. Okay. So in the past, we needed to, or we had to. Okay. Remember, that's the past of the verb to have. Okay. So you need to put the verbs in the past. All right. Very good. Excellent. Terence, do you agree with Eugene?
Sorry, I didn't hear his point because it's only outside.
Okay, no problem. Eugene, can you repeat what you said, please?
Oh, I said that the communications are better nowadays compared to the past. People can communicate with another person which is located on the other side of the world just by clicking one button.
Okay, so Eugene, again, you said the communications. Remember, communications is general, okay? So there's no the in front of it, okay?
Okay.
All right, okay. So Terence, do you agree with Eugene?
Yes. Yeah. The combination is more convenient right now. You just need to press one button, yeah, and it can send to the people that we want to send the message, and they can receive the message um, by a few seconds, yeah. Which, compared to before, um, um, sorry, they might use mail to send to others, so the time is taking longer to receive the message. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, very good. So in a few seconds, okay? In a few seconds. The preposition is in. Okay. All right. Thank you, Terence. Okay. Chung, do you agree with Terence or do you agree with Eugene?
I agree with Eugene. Because nowadays, because of the pandemic, we don't get to visit our cousins. And we can use video calls to communicate with them and talk.
Excellent. Excellent. Very good. Okay. Let's look at the next question. Here's an interesting question. Can computers ever replace teachers? Kausen, what do you think? Can computers ever replace teachers?
I think that computers can't replace teachers because human interaction cannot be replaced by computers, and human skills cannot be taught by technology.
Very good. Excellent. Very, very good. Well done. Liu, do you agree with Kausen?
Yeah, I agree with Carlson.
Why?
Because I think that the knowledge and the explanation that given by the teacher can't replace by the research that we found on the internet. And for the young girls, they are not able to understand the research that on the internet, and maybe those words are difficult for them, and they only can understand well by explanation given by the teacher or the teenager. Yeah, this is all my point.
Okay. All right. So you think that the knowledge that you get from a teacher can't be replaced. Okay. It can't be replaced by the research we find on the internet. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Very good. Excellent. Thank you, Liu. Henry, do you agree with Liu or do you agree with Kausen? Henry?
I agree with you.
Okay, why?
It's because the information given by the internet are more complex and long, and computers can help us simplify the information and making the children more confused and can get the answer.
All right. So the information is more complex. Okay. So remember to put the verb is, the verb to be. Okay. Okay. All right. So let's look at the next question. Okay. So the next question is, do you agree there are too many cars? Terence, what do you think? Do you agree there are too many cars?
Actually, I think is there are too many cars right now. Because they some rich people they buy a lot of cars and they don't use it and that is and that is what is it? Sorry so you can it will occupy spaces and pollute the environment.
Okay, very, very good. Thank you, Terence. Okay, Kelston, do you agree with Terence?
Sorry, teacher. Just now I'm a bit late. It's raining outside.
Okay. Okay, so did you hear what Terence said?
I hear a bit.
Okay. Okay, so Terence, can you repeat yourself, please?
I think too many cars for now. Because some of the rich people, or millionaire or billionaire, they buy a lot of cars and they not use it. So it can occupy spaces and it can pollute the environment. That's all.
Okay, so there are too many cars. There are too many cars. Okay?
Okay. There are too many cars.
All right. So Terence, sorry, Kelston, do you agree with Terence?
Yes, I agree with him. And I think there are too many cars and it causing numerous troubles such as serious noise and air pollution. And it also caused some traffic jams. I think that people should change their lifestyles. For example, rather than take a car to go to work or school, or if they really need to take the car for any reasons, they can take friends with them, or even better, use the bike or walk.
Okay, very good.
To reduce some pollution.
Some pollution.
Yes.
Pollution. Okay. So pollution is an uncountable noun, so there's no S on the end. And it causes serious problems, not troubles. Okay, so that was the wrong word. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So it causes serious problems. And remember, pollution is an uncountable noun. There's no S. Okay, excellent, very good. Let's take a look at the next question. Okay, so Henry, in what ways has life changed for you in the last few years? What do you think? Henry, in what ways has life changed for you in the last few years?
I think technology has changed my life for the past few years.
How?
Because because our technology development has made our life more convenient. For example, the air conditioner in our cars, mobile phone development, and also our communication.
Okay, very good. Excellent. Thank you very much, Henry. Leo, do you agree with Henry?
Yes, I agree with him. But I have my own. Okay, so as just now Henry have mentioned that the technology have become more advanced, and I think that it makes the medical treatment become more advanced too. As we have know that nowadays the citizens are tracked in the COVID. And for the previous few years ago, we don't have any vaccine for COVID. And for now, the scientists have discovered the vaccine and provide it to us, and we may cure or maybe can prevent from getting COVID.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Okay, very good. Excellent. Okay. So remember, again, you said the scientists. You're talking about scientists in general. So don't use the, okay? So whenever you're talking about something in general, there's no the. And also Henry has mentioned. So put the verb in the third person. Henry has mentioned. And again, you said it makes the medical treatment. Medical treatment is general. So again, do not put the, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Leo. Okay, Chong, do you agree with Leo or do you agree with Henry?
I agree with Liu
Mm-hmm.
because the pandemic has made everyone very stressful, and that it is very there wasn't a cure from last year, but scientists have created a vaccine that can help people prevent getting COVID, and it makes others feel much more safer. Much safer.
Excellent, very good. Okay, so COVID has made everyone stressed. Okay, so the adjective to describe people is stressed. Okay. All right, very good, excellent. Okay, so now let's look at the last question. Eugene, what do you think will be the biggest changes in the next 100 years?
I think in the next 100 years, human will be able to colonize Mars, and
okay.
And I forgot the S. And
okay.
And everybody will have a chance to immigrate to Mars and develop there.
Okay, so you think we will be able to live on Mars?
Yeah, because the Elon Musk and his SpaceX company are making the most advanced rockets which can send human to Mars.
Okay,
but it's still on early stage, so it might take a few more decades.
Okay, so it can send humans. Okay, so humans, remember to put the S on the end of the noun, and it's still in the early stages. Okay, in the early stages, and it may take decades. Can you pronounce this word for me, please, Eugene?
Decades?
Decades.
Decades.
Perfect, very good. So yeah, so humans, remember to put the S on the end, and it's still in the early stages. Okay, Eugene?
Okay.
Okay. Eugene, do you think it is better for Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos and Richard Branson to spend their billions of pounds or billions of dollars that they own trying to improve the planet, our planet that we live on here? Or do you think it's better for them to think it is more beneficial to try and live on Mars instead of trying to spend their money to improve life for everybody here on planet Earth?
I think it is better to use their money to colonize Mars, because we might discover some new resources which will also help the livings on Earth, because Mars is just a colony. Humans Earth will be the home of humans forever. So they must, the benefit of colonizing Mars is that we can get more resources, because the resources on Earth is not unlimited. We have to go further into the universe to find more resources, and so that we can improve our lives here.
And what sort of resources do you think we might find on Mars that could improve our lives here on Earth?
Maybe some precious metals, and or I think there's kind of a gas which is very rare on Earth that can be used as fuel to power engines for rockets or cars. I forgot what that kind of fuel called.
And that gas can only be found on planet Mars?
No, the scientists says that those kind of resources are those other planets have more of those resources. Maybe it's because they are atmosphere.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Eugene. That's interesting. Chong, do you agree with Eugene?
No.
Okay. Why?
Well, I think that the billionaires should use their money to improve planet Earth first, to make the economy much better before going to bigger projects like colonizing Mars.
I agree. Very good. Okay, so colonizing. Can you say this word for me, please, Chung?
Colonizing.
Very good. Excellent. Okay, Leo, do you agree with Chung or do you agree with Eugene?
I agree with Chung.
Mm-hmm. Why?
Because I think that nowadays we live in the Earth, so why not we spend the money on improving in the place that we have stayed? Even though I know that maybe, as Eugene had mentioned, that maybe some of the we can find some new resources at the Mars.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that we should spend more money in our Earth to improve it, as most of the citizens have stayed in here.
Mm-hmm.
So why not we just spend the money on here to help the others to improve their life?
Their lives. Very good. Excellent. Okay, so remember, Leo, the preposition is on Earth, on Mars, and we spend money on improving. Okay, so that's the preposition. You spend money on. Okay.
Okay.
All right, good. Excellent, everyone. That was a very interesting discussion. Thank you very much for your opinions. Okay, we're going to have a very short break now. If you need to go to the toilet, you can go to the toilet, or if you need to get a drink of water. And can you come back in 10 to 15 minutes? Okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so welcome back, everyone. I hope you're okay. Just waiting for a few more students to join. Okay, good. And hopefully Eugene will join soon. Okay, all right. So let's continue with today's class. Okay, so what I'd like you to do now is I'd like you to look at these photos. So here are two photographs. They show learning environments, okay? So, Terence, what can you see in this photograph? What learning environment is this photograph? Can you see in this photograph? Terence?
Yeah, learning in schools.
Okay, very good. They're learning.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. And what about this photograph here, Leo? What's this photograph here? What can you see here?
Maybe the parents have invited a home teacher, home tutor for the children.
Okay, very good. Okay, all right. So in the UK, children can be educated by teachers at school or by their parents at home. So this picture here is actually a parent teaching their child. Okay. What do you think are the advantages and disadvantages of education at home? Okay, so what I'd like you to do, I'm going to put you into pairs again, and I'd like you to compare these two photographs and say which learning environment you prefer and why. And then discuss what do you think the advantages and disadvantages of education at home are. Okay? Does anyone have any questions?
Teacher, can you repeat your question?
Okay, so the question is actually on the screen. So let me highlight the question for you. So compare these photographs and say which learning environment you prefer and why. And then what do you think are the advantages and disadvantages of learning at home? Okay, so those are the two questions. Okay, Kelson?
Okay.
All right. Okay, so can you take a screenshot and let me know once you've taken the screenshot? Okay, thank you, Chung. Thank you, Kelson. Thank you, Terence. Thank you, Eugene. Thank you, Leo. Okay. All right, does everybody understand what you have to do?
Yes.
Yeah, all right, fantastic. So I'm going to put you into groups again. Do you want to stay in the same pairs or would you like me to change?
In the same.
Okay, fantastic, no problem. All right, so let me do that. Okay, welcome back, everyone. So I was going around the rooms and I was listening to some really interesting conversations, which was really, really good. Just a few grammar problems I heard a few of you make, mostly Eugene. Okay, so Eugene, you have a problem with plural nouns and the verb. Okay, so when you say the disadvantages, because disadvantages is plural, the verb has to be plural. Okay, so the disadvantages are, and then you said one of the benefits, again, benefits. Oh, okay, one of the benefits is, okay, because you're talking about one, the verb then has to be singular. Okay. And then every teacher has their own style. Remember, put the verb in the third person because every teacher is the third person. And then again, whenever you use some, because some is a quantifier, students has to be plural. You must pronounce the S on the end. Okay, Eugene?
Okay, I think I have a problem pronouncing the S.
Yeah, you need to.
I always forgot to say that.
Yeah, you need to start pronouncing the S because if you do an exam, the examiner will think that you're making a grammar mistake if you don't pronounce the S on the end of a plural noun. Okay?
Okay.
All right, good. Okay, so let's take a look at these questions again. Excuse me. Okay, so Chong, what do you think? So which of these learning environments do you prefer and why?
Well, in my opinion, I prefer studying at school because I can listen to others' opinions about the subject and I can make new friends.
Okay, excellent, very good. Terence, do you agree with Chong?
Sorry, what's the point?
Okay, so Chong, can you repeat what you said, please?
Sure. Well, in my opinion, I prefer studying at school because I can hear others' opinions and make new friends.
Okay, so Terence, do you agree with Chong?
Yes, I totally agree with her. In school, I also prefer learning in school. And school in school we'll have grouping and so that we can work on teamwork and leadership and communicate with others. While at home or homeschool, is it?
Homeschooling.
Okay. Homeschooling. They're much more. Sorry, they are more lonely. And they're not. I think in the future they will scared to or shy to communicate with others. Yeah, and the next point is that I think yeah, sorry, and that's it. That's it.
All right, okay, thank you. Kelson, do you agree with Terence or do you agree with Chong?
I agree with Chong. In my opinion, I think school is not so boring, and I would rather to discuss various topics with my classmate than my parents. I can listen the opinion of other students so I can improve my teamwork and leadership ability.
Okay, very good. All right, so again, Eugene, so various topics.
That's Carlson.
Oh, so Kelson, I'm so sorry, Kelson. So Kelson, various topics. Remember to pronounce the S on the end. Also, your classmates. Again, remember to pronounce the S on the end of the noun. Yes. And you listen to. You listen to. The preposition is listen to. Okay. Okay, great. Excellent. All right. Okay, so let's take a look at the next question. Leo, what do you think are the advantages and disadvantages of education at home? What is your opinion?
First, for the advantages, I think is sorry, you mean at school or at home?
At home.
Okay.
What are the advantages and disadvantages of education at home?
Okay, so for the advantages that studying at home is the children may able to be more the timetable of the children may be more flexible as the schedule is arranged by their parents and it may be arranged by the children themselves. And comparing to school, The schedule is fixed for the other children. Their school have already planned out a schedule that's suitable for them. So next will be the disadvantages. Okay, the disadvantages just is I think that the children may not able to enhance their social skill and also their problem solving skill if they studying at home, as they are not able to interact with the others, and they may not face some difficulty that they may face when they are at school, such as arguments, conflicts, or different opinion that given by each other. So that's all for my part.
Okay, very good. Okay, so again, Leo, you made the same mistake as Eugene earlier. So the advantages, because advantages is a plural noun, the verb has to be plural, okay? So the advantages are, okay? But then children is an irregular noun, so it's not all children's, it's all children, okay? So the singular of children is child, and the plural is children, okay? And they may not be able to, okay? So you use this expression quite a lot, but you didn't use it correctly. So they may not be able to. And you'd like to be able to listen to different opinions. Again, pronounce the S on the end of a noun if it's plural, different opinions, okay? All right, and also, can you say this word for me?
Schedule.
Very good, excellent, excellent. All right, good. Henry, do you agree with Liu?
Yes. Yes, I agree.
Why?
Because in my opinion, I think learning at home is very flexible and will have more freedom compared to learning at school, because we are free to choose the entire teaching and learning experience.
Excellent, very good, very good. Okay, Eugene, do you agree with Liu or do you agree with Henry?
What did Henry just say?
Okay, Henry, can you repeat yourself, please?
As I just said before, I think learning at home is very flexible and we have more freedom compared to learning at school, because we are free to choose the entire teaching and learning experience.
Okay, very good, excellent.
Okay, I agree with him because but studying at home might also cause some problem for the children in the future. I mean the student, they it might cause them to rely on their parents too much, because due to the lack of social with other students, and they might also not be so dependent. I mean, they will also be more dependent in the future on their parents.
Okay, so again, it might cause some problems. Remember to pronounce the S on the noun, and because they might have a lack of social skills. Do you know what social skills are?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, all right, good,
Like
excellent.
communicating with others.
Yeah, excellent, very, very good. Chong, do you agree with Eugene?
Yeah, I agree with Eugene. Well, because being homeschooled, they will be able to only communicate with their parents and not with other children. And they would not be able to try any group projects or any teamwork activities. That's
Okay.
all.
Very good. Excellent. Okay, Chung, can you say this word for me?
Homeschool.
Homeschooled.
Homeschooled.
Okay, so yeah, so you pronounce the D at the end, so it's homeschooled. One more time.
Homeschooled.
Very good. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, Terence, do you agree with Chung or do you agree with Eugene?
I agree with Henry.
Oh, you agree with Henry? Okay, good. Why do you agree with Henry?
As he has mentioned before that, is that in home, at home, at home, we'll, we are more flexible, so that we might not wear uniforms, school uniform. School uniform, and well, at home, we might not wear specific attire. And they're more flexible and freedom. Yeah.
Okay, so there's more flexibility and freedom. Flexibility. Okay, so that's the noun. There's more flexibility and freedom at home.
And okay, and we are as at home, we are more confident to ask question. Sorry. And we are more confident.
We are more what at home?
Confident.
Competent.
Confident.
Okay. Spell the words you want to say in the chat box. Okay, thank you, Terence. Confident. Okay, so we're more confident. Can you say this word for me one more time?
Confident.
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 Perfect. Excellent. Good.
And not thinking to bother someone else. Yeah. That's it.
Okay, very good. Excellent. Okay, thank you, everyone. That was very, very interesting today. Thank you very much for all your hard work. Have a great evening, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Okay?
Okay, thanks, teacher.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you, teacher.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Teacher.
Have a good day.
Thank you. Bye.